All right, your time 12:16. Meteorologist Damon Matson, this gentleman to my left, joining us once again to talk about the forecast. Damon, nice start to the day, and then the wind is sort of blowing all over the place right now.
It's a little active, but I'll tell you what, that wind is part of the reason why it's feeling so beautiful out there.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll take it if that's what it means we get to keep having on this Monday, folks. Yeah, very clear sky now. Some of the clouds that were overhead over the National Cathedral earlier this morning have broken up. So we will see a good amount of sunshine despite that continual northerly breeze that is going to keep making it feel rather crisp. There we go. We have wind speeds right now at about 10 to 15 miles per hour across a good portion of northern Virginia, Maryland, D.C. It's calmed down a little bit for the time being, but we're going to keep these winds elevated throughout the rest of the day as we continue to usher in more of this cool, extremely comfortable air after we reached well into the 90s with plenty of humidity over the weekend. That is not going to happen today. It's 76 right now in the district, still in the 60s as you look back toward Winchester, Martinsburg, and it is just feeling fantastic for this first day of July. And look at these dew point numbers, 40s, 50s. That is extremely comfortable, feeling pretty much, like I said, crisp out there, to say the least. Now, it's not going to be long that we get to keep this around, all the more reason to enjoy it. Here is the cold front that swept through yesterday, brought a lot of that thunderstorm activity, most of it severe, that parts of the region had to deal with. There's still some thunderstorms along that front pushing off the Atlantic coast, but here in the DMV, it's nothing but clearing sky as high pressure continues to move its way in from Canada, and we have this amazing feel and start to this week leading up to the 4th of July holiday on Thursday. Here's a look. Temperatures as we go into the later afternoon, well below average for the first day of July. We're talking upper 70s to the west along the I-81 corridor back into the Allegheny front. We'll barely get above 80 in the district across southern Maryland and parts of Virginia as well, and that comes along with extremely low dew points. So that's just fantastic. It's going to feel amazing. Now with a clear sky and winds calming down tonight, it's going to feel even cooler still. We're talking low temps mostly in the 50s with the exception of the DC metro toward the shoreline of the Chesapeake Bay. We're going to be in the 60s, a little bit more to the east, but not very much into the lower 60s. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, we start to notice the trend that we'll have for the rest of the week. Temperatures will be on the rise, but we at least get to hang on in the lower to middle 80s with the humidity staying in check on Tuesday. But starting Wednesday and moving right into the holiday on Thursday, unfortunately, it's back to what you'd expect in the month of July, as we'll have temperatures in the 90s, plenty of humidity, and then we start to have storm chances back in the mix. Isolated at first on the 4th of July, more scattered, and likely we see some thunderstorms once we get into Friday and Saturday.